This is my video response to Brian S. Red and his challenge or competition for best video for an American DJ light. Now, this was not a very difficult decision for me to make. And why? Well, because I only have two types of American DJ lights. I'm relatively new to mobile DJs. I've been doing this, you might have seen Ranger run by there. I have to ignore him. He's just my helper every now and then. But he's already had dinner, so he's okay. I'm relatively new to mobile DJs, and I've been doing this for a couple of years now, mostly weddings and a few parties. And the lights I used before were just sort of like flashing bulb kind of things that just didn't cut it for me. So last December, about 6 months ago, I started watching videos online and I ran across Brian S. Red and DJ Tutor. So when I started watching those videos, I learned a lot about lights. And one of the first videos I saw Brian do was on this guy, the American DJ Revo 3. And I was so impressed by the video that I went out and bought one. And you can see Brian has a great video that talks about all the settings on the back and what it does. But this is not my favorite light. This is a really cool light. It puts lots of patterns on the wall, or on the floor, or on the dancers themselves. But my favorite light is a light that I haven't seen out lots of places. That's not why it's my favorite. But it's the wonderful American DJ Punch LED Pro. And you're saying, look at that beast. What's up with that? Well, this is kind of a cool light. And the reason being that it's tons of big LEDs, bunch of colors, but it's like a headlight. And I've got two of these guys, and I put them up on a tree, and I put them usually right on the center of the dance floor. And what it does is it gives me that wonderful back wash light. So the crowd you can see the people dancing, people that want to take pictures, you get this great mood lights on the people. Now, how does this thing work? Well, as with all great American DJ products, and I'm only an American DJ light guy, so I'm brown nosing all I can here. You see it's got a wonderful little LED control in the back here. Little simple settings, DMX in, DMX out, so you can chain together and master and slave. And then the power cord. And the power cord's built in. I'm not a big fan of built-in power cords because it just makes it hard to pack. So that's kind of the one drawback for me. But it's a pretty durable product, so I've had no complaints so far. So let me show you how this thing works. So I'm going to plug this thing in. Oh, one other thing is it's got the usual settings. So it's got sound active mode where it will flash to the beat of the music. And it's got two other things. One is it's got a sound active mode where it will change colors to the beat of the music. And then it's got a mode where it just fades from one color to another. So if you can imagine, you don't get to pick colors. You just say fade and you tell it how quickly to fade. And it just washes from blue and then to green and then the red and orange and whatever. It kind of works through the system. Now I've tried it a bunch of different ways. And I've got two of these Revo 3s. And I've got two of these punches right here. And so I've got these four lights. And so typically when I set up a wedding, these Revos, they put all kinds of sort of moving things. It's like 6 clusters with one cluster in the middle, kind of moving dots everywhere. And it kind of, some on sound active. I run them master slave, so they're doing the same pattern together. It's really cool. It's great for the ceiling, for the floor, for the people. And you get that sort of moving light kind of feel. And I like that. You can do the same with these, but I've noticed that when all of your lights are just sound activated, it's kind of like wants to give you an epileptic seizure or something. To me, it's just a little too much flash. And I've even run it to where all four of the lights were independent sound activated, and it was like, whoa, just crazy. So I don't do that anymore. But what I've been doing is I've been setting this particular light in its pair, master slave, and I've been setting them on just fading. Every, I think, 30 seconds they change colors. So I'm going to plug it in so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to reach down here. Ranger's going to kind of help me here plug this in. I'm going to plug it in. You can see this thing has popped on. And check how bright this is. I'm going to try to shine it over here so you can see just how bright this thing is. And what happens is this light is now set, as you can see right here, it is set to fade. That's the F. And the sensitivity is at 30. So it's going to change colors. I think the last time I showed it to you, it was red, and now it is green, and now it's going to blue. And so if you can imagine two of these things shining on the dance floor, then what you see is a nice color change mood. And it's not sound activated, but it's okay. Some people think all the slow songs should be purple, and all the fast songs should be orange and blitzing, whatever. I found it doesn't really matter. I think if you have just a nice wash of color changing through, now it's mostly white, as you can see it's all kind of lit up, goes through the cycle, then it works out really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the camera for a second. I'm going to set the second one up and put it on this wall and close up these windows so you can kind of see the nice wash effect and see what it does. So don't go anywhere. Hey, I'm back. And as you can see, I've got two lights, one here and one here. So I brought out my second punch light, and I've just hooked them together with a DMX cable. I've got one on master, one on slave, and so they are in sync, changing colors, going from one color to another. And it provides just a nice color effect on the floor, provides a good ambient kind of wash, so it works well for me. I think dancers have enjoyed it. And to be honest with you, the fact that it's not sound active kind of keeps the dance floor from being so frenetic. You can pretty much cut off all the lights in the room. The dancers are lit up really nicely with these guys. And then I've always got these Revo 3s running to provide a nice little moving light effect. So, big fan of American DJ. Brian S. Red, you're great. I appreciate your videos. An inspiration to all of us mobile DJs out there. And thank you, American DJ, for continuing to put out great lights. So, get you a couple of these LED Punch Pros from American DJ. I think it actually says Punch LED Pro. Let me make sure I get that right. Great lights, nice and cool, nice and bright. So, as Brian always says, practice and enjoy.